Welcome in, Collective, to another reading. Thank you all for everything. Likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether energetic or financial. I truly appreciate them all. If you're wanting to be part of the new or full moon cleansings, be sure to donate to any amount to my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo, and we will be doing those. But let's see what's inside of y'all's energy today. Damn. So you didn't ignore some form of call, so a setup failed. You weren't caught up in needing to defend yourself. So you know that someone's playing a game with you. That's how it's coming through. Someone's trying to play on your nature of, oh, they'll come back, but you know, going, damn, they don't know what we're talking about this, but they know that if you stick with them, it's just going to be awful and bad. So someone needs to just get a grip, honestly, and move forward. And they laugh, which it seems like you're trying to, or you have. Well, you shouldn't be trying. You should just do it. It shouldn't be something you have to try. It should just be something that you do. You trying means that you're sitting there trying to think, or you're sitting there actively thinking about how to move around when you, instead of just taking the action that is the most obvious, which you should do if you're not doing it. But you know, someone's just playing a game. And if you want to continue to play the game, that's on you. You'll just lose and be a buffoon at the end of the day. But if you're not playing this game, good job, because you're not wasting your time. That's all I have to really say, you know. So there's an intervention happening on someone who may have been spreading rumors about you, talking shit about you, just talking bad. That's how it's coming through. Yeah, just being very disrespectful to you. That's the truth. Someone knows why that you're not going to be able to talk to them. Someone might have even told you, well, then don't talk to me, and you decided not to talk to them. So they want to be like, oh, well, what the fuck? Yeah, but that, you know, that's a whole game. They feel bad, and that's the truth. Someone does know that they lost something when it comes to what they did on the physical or physical court. Something's a bunch of background. Just because someone's annoyed doesn't mean that they can hide it, because people are taking a second look. I don't know. People are just seeing you for who you are. Someone was taking advantage of you verbally, is how I'm hearing it. Yeah, because you got this new chapter. And you had a new plan for life. Time is up for these people trying to come into your energy and talk to you. Someone thinking about you heavily, and then you feeling the need to respond. This person's been ranked down in your life. They're no longer a part of it. That's happening currently. Because this rule breaker is annoyed that they attacked you. Someone is like, no matter what state of being someone's in, there was no reason for them to say the things or come at you the way that they did. And they know this. You can look at dreams. Someone even might have tried to pop up in your dream and they couldn't have any contact with you. Even you might have even said hey to someone in your dream that they didn't say anything back to you. They weren't even allowed to. Someone was just being completely separated from you in that moment. They're not okay because they had an idea that they could spend money to hide evidence of what they did to you when they were connected to you, because they're overloaded by a risk that you took to win and live your dreams. So you just moved on to live your dreams, to do what you wanted to do in life, and this person is trying to do the things that you all did together, to ignore the fact that they, because it's given the energy of like someone was constantly like, oh, you do this and so does that too. And it's like, well, you only see that because I did it first. You didn't really see how they acted because you weren't around them until you tried to make me jealous of that, is how it's coming through. So it's like someone was trying to make it look like they were comparing everyone to you, but in reality they were comparing you to everyone else. And they see that now. They're in their imagination that like this temptation to not cause harmony would be hidden, or like they were tempted to just throw you off hill and make it look like they weren't bullying you, but justice is here. Because if they weren't bullying you, they would be able to do something. Again, they made reservations to cause you disturbances. They made plans with other people out of hate to cause you misfortune whenever you moved somewhere. But you were already detached from them, or you did detach from them whenever you moved. Someone doesn't know how to move forward without you. That's how it's coming through. But like they do, they're just not wanting to. Yeah, they want you to help them, but you weren't imagining anything when it came to them trying to, take over your time, take up your. Yeah, just be a third wheel within your life is how it is. Someone wanted a third wheel in your life. They were being stubborn because they weren't receiving any good news, so they trapped themselves. It's like you and someone else are trying to get jobs, and you got a job and they didn't, and then they were just trying to indulge in your life and be nosy in your life with the indulgent in fate, and just be indulgent in your life, to hopefully get some form of response out of you. This person obviously doesn't love themselves. They just weren't thinking about what would happen if everything came out, how they would look. So it just looks like someone took really big advantage of you, or that someone really just doesn't care about your morals and values, which is fine. You don't have to care about those things. But the fact, and it's a double-edged sword because people are looking at you kind of like you were dumb as well because you hung around for so long with this individual. So you have to take that on the chin. You gotta, yeah, with the Nine of Swords, because from the get go that, I mean, even with the Four of Pentacles, that you were holding on to this person, hoping that they would change, but they wouldn't, and they didn't. So that's on you. That's how people are seeing it, especially with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. But then you made a decision to move away from that person. So people are seeing it in two ways. Yeah, with the Page of Pentacles even coming out inverted, people are seeing this in two different lights. That you weren't walking away because you wanted some communication from someone. That's all. So the blame is on you because you wanted some form of communication from someone, and they're looking at you like, well, why the fuck do you want to talk to this person, even if they're treating you like this? Like, that's kind of stupid on your half. And then they're also looking at this other person and being like, why the fuck were you even abusing them? Yeah, this King of Wands inverted. Because this King of Wands told their side of the story. Now that your side of the story is up, it's even. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands and inverted, and then the Ten of Wands inverted. But it wasn't a burden for you to release this person and to go into your good fortune. And the Two of Pentacles even. So it's like you might even be trying to balance your innocence out in this situation, but that just proves how attached you are to it still. With the Devil inverted, you need to detach yourself from it by just seeing what's there and not contemplating about it, with the Page of Wands and Four of Cups inverted, and then the Empress, nurturing yourself, and Nine of Pentacles, seeing the beauty of it all. So you do know that you were sticking around with someone for too long. That is on you. You have to take accountability for that. If you don't, then good luck out there, because this situation is just going to last and last and last, and it will become a situation. Yeah, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Right now, you're just being asked to be careful what you're putting energy into when it comes to some form of regret or past issue, Queen of Pentacles, that you were engaged in with the Four of Wands, that you were financially or physically engaged in with this King of Pentacles. Someone that you've seen a lot of abundance in, or someone that you've seen stability in at some point. Yeah, the Devil inverted, the Ace of Wands. There's a need to unbind yourself from a certain idea that you have about something because you're not seeing it clearly with the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. But that's what people know about you with the Six of Swords inverted, because someone's also, they can't heal from this, and they might have seen you not wanting to heal from it either. The World inverted, and then the Seven of Wands inverted. That's what was keeping you from moving forward, because you weren't able to see the truth of the situation. You're still playing a victim in this person's life, so they're able to pull you in as a wussy, is how they want you to be seen. So stop playing the victim heavily is what's coming through, especially with the Ten of Pentacles inverted, the King of Swords inverted, because someone already lost. They can't move forward. It's not a distraction point. You already know that your wishes are granted. It's just you're not putting work or effort towards them. You know, again, like, you know how to move, but you're not doing it. That's what someone's preying on, is like, oh, well, if they really wanted to stay and blah, 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 or to be this or that, why aren't they making the movements towards it? This isn't to do anything out of spite. It's to do it for yourself. But those are cards that are being played by everyone on the field right now. This distorted masculine energy knows that you're not a psychopath, or knows that you might have a weak mind, is how it's coming through. This person might think you're weak-minded, because you're not conniving, or you're not one to backstab. But you can let go of this continuous cycle, because if you don't want to reunion with someone, why are you stressed out about it? Why are you still worried about it? That's really how it's coming through. So when people are doing energy checks on you, they're seeing that, and that's why all these readings keep coming out in this format, because you are still holding on to a bunch of bullshit with this individual that you don't need to. You should just literally let go of it. Stop running from it, and things won't be stagnant in your life anymore, because you're not being left out. You're just not learning a lesson within this when it comes to loving yourself, collective, and that's for you. You might be confused about the possibilities to get away from this, and it's because you can't get away with it. You need to be in the moment and slow down, take time to see things so you can actually heal and move past this. Yeah, because exhausted's out here, because both parties are exhausted, and there's still some form of hope that you have for a soulmate, but you need to be able to detach from that. It's not saying that they're hopeless, but you need to detach yourself and realize that all your questions are answered. You just haven't settled into your boundaries yet. Because you may still be confused about how some legal issues are going to play out, or how things are going to be harmonious for you. But that's not the need to worry about right now, because you're being two-faced towards what you want to have in life. Yeah, because it's like you want some form of apology because you're still bitter. It's like, I don't know, you expect them to apologize to you because they're still in your energy, and that's not what's going to happen. You're definitely in over your head about it. So think about that, heal from this, because this person is literally just playing on that. And it's like, well, who cares? If you're going to keep that door open, that's your fault. That's literally the game that's being played. So if you want to play that game, have fun for the rest of your life, I guess, because that's how it's just going to play out. I really can't tell you anything else. Like, you got to get out of that cycle. You have to. No one else can do it but you. And if you won't do it, and you'll just say play victim and cry about it, then that's on you. If you don't want to talk about someone or talk to someone, then don't indulge yourself in their energy. Do something different. Because this person is trying to bind you to not having your manifestations go in. Accountability is a huge aspect of this. If you're not going to take full accountability for everything in your life, then you're not even 1 foot on the healing journey. Because there's a distorted masculine that somehow tricked you into thinking that there was real love within this lust that they had, which puts you in a bad health, mental, emotional, physical health. However, it puts you in bad health. But now but someone sees that you're protected because you're not speaking to someone that was sending you evil eye, your twin flame, who was trying to do voodoo on you or is having a voodoo backfire. You're not speaking to them, so don't keep doing that moving forward. Because someone knows you actually have money to travel or to move forward because you are single, sexy, and successful. This person is descending. Divine Feminine. Stay within the bliss energy, or allow yourself to nurture yourself so that you stay happy, or allow yourself to be happy is how it's coming through. Like, there's not a need to stay focused on the bleak, but for some reason you do. Yeah, there's like a despise you have with this person still that like haunts you, and you just need to be able to feel it instead of running away from it with the abandonment inverted. So there is some healing needed on your part still with this whole situation. I'm gonna call it a situation this entire time, because it literally, it's a paused sequence. It's how it's coming out, because you keep opening up a gate. You keep having reminiscing memories about someone. You're not allowing that to fade away. You're not seeking new experiences in life, which is keeping your life dull and stuck in the past. So you need to get out there and have new experiences. If you're going to be scared about having new experiences, then you're going to be stuck in the past forever. So you need to stop doing that to yourself. That's the reason why narcissists are able to do what they want to do to you, because you're being a narcissist to yourself. You need to hear that. So that's confusing. That's why people are even able to call you a demon, or however, because you're not showing any signs of self-love by the way you're acting out. But you have moved on from a third-party snitch, or that's what you want to do, however, but you need to be able to heal your inner child when it comes to love offers. It could have to do with like a father issue or like a fatherly role issue where your father didn't show you enough love that you need to heal from at this point, that this dark high priestess was working on and working in on your soulmate inverted, so that you wouldn't use your gifts. This person's not jealous or envious of you at all, or your origins. They just want to make you feel crazy for even being attached to this person. They know you're not karmic, which is why in the distant future you're not going to have any legal issues, because they couldn't steal from you or make it seem like you were a thief. Your ancestors are working on your chakras, but you need to do the work too, because while you're both talking, it's like you're held in high honor. That's not going to change, but this person just wants you to feel bad and not have a full peace moment. That's what you need to work on and keep your defense up, Ice Queen. Because you say what you want to have happen, but you don't stick with it. It's like, yeah, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to do this and do that. And then all day you just don't do anything. It's like that's what's holding you back. You need to actually do what you have planned for the day. And if you can't do that, then don't make plans, is what I'm hearing, because it's what's holding you back fully. But let's see here. Anything else? Mother, Father, Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, because the plan from the beginning was for you to work on love, work on your love wounds. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, both inverted, and Seven of Cups. Because you don't really know what you want in love. Whether this love is internal or external, you don't really. With the Six of Cups inverted, the Six of Cups upright, the Hangman inverted, and the Four of Swords. It's like you keep settling for less or settling for whatever comes to you with the Knight of Swords, because it's quick and easy with the Five of Swords. But you need to be able to fight against. With the Five of Swords, you need to be able to fight your own will with the Tower inverted so you can escape this. Stop settling for less just because it's what comes to you. A lot of you all say you're not, but if you're watching it, if you're watching this reading this far, you are, especially with the Magician and the Ace of Pentacles. You literally keep manifesting a bunch of bullshit in your life because of how you think and talk and act. So in order to, you need to switch that up to stop doing that, especially with the Eight of Pentacles. You're not putting in any work to move forward with this. With the Seven of Wands, you're not putting any effort into resting, or to, when you dropping things, you always like to hold something. You hold a grudge even though you blind yourself and say that you don't. But you do hold a grudge, so you need to stop holding grudges. That's your main thing. Emperor, King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, because again, there's a grudge you're holding against this person. It could be to do with maybe some money that they owe you, or whatever you think that someone stole your inheritance, whatever that means, because you don't own anything in this life. So again, it's your ego that's winning this battle. Page of Pentacles that you're unable to see, that's causing these imbalances. So stop listening to your ego. Stop assuming that you own things. You don't even own your name. There's a million people with your name. What makes you so special with your name? Not much. I mean, you don't own anything. You got to get that through your head. You got to understand that. You got to overstand that. You're not even understanding it at this point. Probably you need to overstand it. You need to have the strength to be able to move forward from stagnation and bad thoughts that are because you're illuminated by the bad already, but you're not seeing what's hit. You're not with what the hell. The Sun upright, the Ten of Pentacles inverted, and then the Moon, the Chariot, and the Devil. You're literally binding yourself because you're only seeing bullshit around you, and you're not allowing yourself to see any form of any other option. It's like you're sticking yourself in that loop. You're literally becoming a robot because you're not able to break whatever cycle this is. The Lovers and Justice inverted. So you're bound to injustices because you're not moving forward, or you're not seeing what's coming in with the Three of Wands. So that's why things aren't working out with the Three of Swords, because you're not healing your heart from this King of Wands, or from whatever ideas, or from whatever agreements that you and a King of Wands made. Whether this is a job, a person, however, you need to unbind yourself from it and stop thinking that you're owed something you're really not. If you want it so bad, you should go out there and get it. There's ways to do so, and if you don't know how, then that's your first thing to break, is not make an excuse and say you don't know how. We're on the age of the internet. If you can go on YouTube, you can go on Google. So think about your boundaries where you're just stubborn and stuck in your ways from an inner child wound that you need to heal from. Stormy inverted in focus, because you're not seeing how this storm is causing an inversion in your life as well. Damn. When it comes to magic, maybe you just are afraid of magic, or you keep saying that you don't do magic or whatever, and you just keep ignoring the whole thing because you don't even know what you're talking about. If you keep saying that you don't do magic, oh, I work with God, I don't do magic. Well, what do you think God is? And I'll wait. Anyway, it's all magic at the end of the day. You just need to get the knot out of your britches, honestly, and admit to yourself the truth. Like, again, you don't know what you're talking about at the end of the day. You think that you would, but you don't. You see things from a brighter perspective. You should use etymology and look up the words magic and ritual, and then your mind will be blown. Because again, it's how you're at. Whatever is influencing your life right now when it comes to specific words is why your life is fucked up right now. It's why someone is able to do something. But show gratitude for the time being. With the fire sign that showed you your unhealed parts, that's the fucking truth right there. So there was a fire sign, or you're a fire sign, that was seeing the parts, that was shown the parts of you that need to be healed, and you haven't yeah, you're just not accepting that truth. You're only seeing like the negatives, well, the pessimistic side of things, because you are a pessimistic person and you won't admit that. You're putting on a fake facade and a mask is how it's coming out. Divine masculine, it's something about your actions, death inverted and message upright. That's the message for you, collective. Do that inner work, actually, so that you can break this cycle. Because someone is just literally playing on the fact that you will refuse to heal because you expect someone else to do something for you whenever it's just you. But however, I love you all so much. Hopefully you all enjoyed this reading. Thank you all for everything. The likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, for the energetic or financial. I truly appreciate, love them all. Again, everything's in the description. My email's in the description. My website's in the description. My Venmo, Cash App, PayPal is in the description. If you're going to be part of the new or full moon cleansings, be sure to donate to either of those 3 links in the description, and I will get to you. I'll put you on the list, excuse me. But regardless, thank you all for everything. Peace and alignment is truly wonderful, and I'll see you later.